Hi, welcome to our channel of IGNOU audiobooks. Indira Gandhi National Open University, School of Continuing Education, Certificate Programs, Certificate in Food and Nutrition, CFN-2 Your Food and its Utilization. Block-5 Nutritional Status, Food Habits and Food Misconceptions. Unit-17, Food Misinformation. Unit-17 deals with the prevalent food misconceptions, their origin, and ways to find out the truth. 17.0 Objectives. After studying this unit, you will be able to times recognize some of the prevalent misconceptions about foods, times identify the misrepresentation of food products by manufacturers, times be aware of the fallacious claims of reducing diets, and times be vigilant about food misinformation. 17.1 Introduction. You are well aware that food forms an essential part of your daily life. You spend a considerable part of your time and income to select and purchase foods. Besides food habits, your choices are affected by prevalent misconceptions you may have about foods and food products. Some of these ideas can be entrenched in your mind. You are exposed to a variety of views about the foods and their nutritional contribution through conversation, through newspapers, magazines, and books, and through television. You see and hear advertisements about foods and drinks. So your ideas are indirectly modified by what you hear and see. You may like to examine some of the notions you have or hear about the claims made in food product advertisements and the printed material you read, and see how true or false these are in the light of your knowledge. Lastly, you may also like to know how to check for food misinformation so that you may not be misled. 17.2 Misconceptions about water. A lot of advice may have been given to you about the water you drink. As you learnt in Unit 1, water is an essential part of your body. It is needed to digest food, absorb and transport nutrients in the body. It helps in excretion of waste products from the body apart from participating in metabolism of nutrients. Let us examine some of the misconceptions people have about water. Some people think drinking water can help them lose weight. But you know that water cannot wash away the fat from the cells, or those extra calories you get from overeating. But if you drink water instead of the calorie-rich soft drinks, you might cut down on your calorie intake. At the other end of the scale, you are advised that a good way to lose weight is to restrict intake because water is fattening. As you know, water does not contain any calorie-providing nutrient, carbohydrates, fats or proteins, and therefore it does not provide any calories. Please remember, you should not restrict water intake or use diuretics, medicines which increase urine output, along with crash diets. Athletes and airline pilots resort to such diets in order to reduce weight in a hurry before periodic weight checking. This can cause dehydration, serious stress on your cardiovascular system, and may even cause kidney damage. Drinking plain water is the best and cheapest way to replace fluid loss from the body. When a person or a child suffers from diarrhea and vomiting, some people restrict their water intake in the main hope of stopping it. As you learnt in Unit 9, it is very important to feed clean, boiled, cooled water with added sugar, salt and lemon to a person who has suffered loss of body fluids due to diarrhea or vomiting. Water intake in such a condition is crucial to prevent dehydration, especially in children. Check your progress. Exercise 1. 1. List some of the misconceptions about water. How do these affect health? Practical activity 1. Do you know of any other misconceptions about water prevalent in your region? Analyze how these affect water intake of children and older members. You are listening to this audiobook on AudioLearn IGNOU. 17.3 Fallacies about cereals and cereal products. As you know, a fallacy is a false belief, misleading idea. There is a wrong notion that starchy foods, such as rice and bread, are high in calories. Many dieters frequently reduce or cut out some of the cereals from their diet. What you need to remind them is that basic cereals and plain breads, chapati, roti, included, are not very high in calories. The calories come from the foods they add, such as ghee, butter, cheese, jam, sugar, oil seeds, chutney, etc. It is these extra high-calorie foods that they should omit, not the breads and cereals. Another misconception is that weight reduction is possible if you eat bread or chapati instead of rice. As you know, both rice and wheat contain about the same number of calories. It is the total calorie intake that needs to be reduced, not calories from a particular food. You must have noticed that a lot of people cut the sugar from tea, coffee to reduce their calorie intake, but do not skip the biscuits, cake, or other snacks that are served with the tea or coffee. As you know, the teaspoon of sugar they skip is only 20 calories, but the snacks they eat may add 50 to 100 calories. So they end up having 25 times the calories they would have got from sugar. Check your progress. Exercise 2. 1. Have you heard about the fallacies about cereals mentioned above? 2. List 2 of the fallacies about cereals held by some people. 3. Indicate whether the following statements are true or false. A. You must increase water intake during an attack of diarrhea. B. Rice and bread are high-calorie foods. C. Claims made for the promotion of food products are a reliable source of nutrition information. Practical activity 2. List some of the fallacies about selection of cereals prevalent in your region. Explain how these affect the cereal intake of people. 17.4 Misinformation about oils and fats. You may have noticed that manufacturers of vegetable oils make a number of claims. They play on your fear of getting heart trouble. Some claim that you should use a particular vegetable oil, as it has a high content of polyunsaturated fatty acids, POFA, and contains no cholesterol, and is beneficial for heart patients. The fact is, all vegetable oils, except coconut and olive oil, contain a high amount of POFA. Please note, vegetable oils do not contain any cholesterol. To say that a particular brand of vegetable oil contains no cholesterol is intended to misguide you to think that other brands of vegetable oils contain cholesterol. All these claims make a layman feel that he can consume as much oil as he wants and have no problem. This is far from the truth. Please do not confuse the nature of the oil of fat, unsaturated or saturated, fatty acid content, cholesterol content, etc., with their calorie value. As you learned earlier, all oils, B and 1 provide the same number, i.e., 9 calories per gram. So you realize that when you read an Advertisement of an oil that contains less or low calories, you must know that it is not true. Check your progress exercise 3. 1. Please state whether the following statements are true or false. A. You should use only granatol, as it has a high content of polyunsaturated fatty acids. B. Vegetable oils do not contain any cholesterol. C. You can consume any quantity of vegetable oils, as these have high content of POFA and contain no cholesterol. 17.5. Claims about other foods and food products. In modern times you buy many food products which your mother or grandmother used to make at home. Not only that, you crave for and try out new food products. You find that food advertisements occupy a large part of media coverage. Now you know the main aim of manufacturers is to increase sales and make profits, not to promote health. Since the consumers have become health conscious, the advertisers use this focus to project their products. Let us examine some of the claims made by the manufacturers. We are all concerned about the growth and health of our infants and children. So you find that weaning food products are advertised as doctors recommend or more nourishing food for growth. The fact is that there is nothing special about these products. Most of these are made from the cereals you use at home, to which they add some milk powder, sugar, minerals and vitamins. As you learned in Unit 9, your infant can get all these and more in the food you make as supplements, from cereal, dull, curd milk, vegetables and fruits. It will cost you a fraction of the price you pay for commercial weaning foods. Another advantage would be that your child will develop healthy food habits in this way, which will help him her through their lifetime. In a number of advertisements, a lot more is claimed than the products provide as a part of sales gimmickry. For example, you hear about some brand of biscuits being the best food for children. Actually, most biscuits are made from refined wheat flour, with the addition of varying amounts of fat and sugar. Thus, biscuits provide mainly calories. When you feed children these as a main supplement instead of a meal, your child gets mainly calories and not all the nutrients needed for growth. Another group of products very much advocated are a variety of synthetic drinks and carbonated beverages. As you read in Unit 20 on beverages, course IO and your food, these contain only sugar, flavoring agent, color and acid and provide only energy. A few may have a little vitamin C, but nothing else. Check your progress exercise 4. 1. What is the aim of advertisers of food products? 2. List 2 of the claims made about food products. How true are these? 3. Can biscuits given in the packed lunch meet the needs of a child? 17.6. Fallacies about choice of food. You may have some fallacies about the foods you buy. Some of these may result in spending more for a product than desirable. For example, desi eggs are thought to be more nutritious than Vilayati English eggs. They are not. The prefix desi or Vilayati indicates the breed of the hen. It does not affect the composition of the eggs. When you choose foods as gift, you tend to mix your feelings of love and ability to spend with your choice. So you buy expensive boxes of mithai, chocolate or fancy cakes and pastries. As you may have observed, high cost and high calories go together. For these two ingredients, fat and sugar account for the high calorie Don't you think you create a special attachment to these high-calorie foods in the minds of the receivers, who are mostly children? Would not seasonal fruits be an ideal gift for the young as it is for the old? You might like to consider this, as it will be a positive step towards developing healthy food habits. You may, as parents, continue to feed too much milk to your children, especially the 1 to 5 year age group of children. Therefore, they may not have any room for other foods they need, and become malnourished and finicky eaters. As you have learned, milk is a nutritious food, but it cannot provide all the needs of the growing child after the first 5 to 6 months of infancy. So you need to shift the child to the family meals by the first birthday and give milk only as a beverage. Check your progress. Exercise 5. 1. List 2 fallacies about the choice of food. You are listening to this audiobook on AudioLearn IGNOU 17.7, Weight Gain Facts and Fancies. You may have noticed that there is a lot of consciousness about weight, body build, figure and health in our society. People are willing to spend money just to look fit. Naturally, a whole new type of products and services are being developed to meet this demand. You need to balance the energy you spend with the energy you get from the foods you eat to maintain your body weight. But people who are obese are looking for a new weight reduction method that will miraculously melt away accumulated body fat. So you find that reducing regimens are promoted as quick remedies. Unpleasant realities such as changing diet and eating patterns, exercise and the need for willpower are ignored. The result is a lot of disillusionment, loss of money and faith. Let us examine some of the fallacies people have about weight reduction. Some obese people think that everything they eat turns to fat. They are fated to be fat, while others are lucky to be slim. As you know, everything eaten in excess of the body's expenditure turns to fat. So you find obese people frequently tend to nibble at high-calorie snacks and take soft drinks when they watch TV or play a game of cards. But they hardly spend any energy for physical activity at work as also in leisure hours. On the other hand, the slim person tends to eat well at meals but do not eat snacks in between meals. Drinks water rather than soft drinks to quench thirst, and the activity level is generally higher. It is the lifestyle that decides how fat or thin you will be, and not fate. Another misconception is that it is dangerous for an obese heart patient to lose weight. As you know, obesity puts an extra burden not only on the heart, but the whole body. So weight reduction is not only desirable but also a vital need for such a person. It is important to impress on such a patient that he/she should seek guidance and supervision of a well-qualified dietitian or a physician to lose weight. There are obese people who skip meals in the hope of losing weight, but it usually results in their being too hungry to control food intake at the next meal. Eating small and frequent, 3 or 4 meals permits you to exercise judgment and reduce food intake. There are so many new reducing diets you hear or read about. Some are dangerous and most do not result in a sustained weight loss. How will you decide if these are reliable? Whenever you see a new reducing diet, you should check if A. It is nutritionally balanced by using the daily food guide. B. It is really low in calories. C. It provides a variety of well-liked foods and you can keep it up. D. It helps you to develop new eating habits. E. It can be followed, with appropriate modifications, after you reduce weight to the desirable level. If it fits into your normal food budget. Check your progress. Exercise 6. 1. How will you check a reducing diet for reliability? 17.8. Vigilance about food misinformation. You have had a glimpse of some examples of the prevalent fallacious information about foods. The number of examples covered has been kept to the minimum, for these are intended to be only examples. You may know of many more examples of such fallacious statements about food made by commercial agencies. The aim of this discussion is to give you an idea about how to evaluate claims made by people on the basis of what you have learned. When you choose manufactured foods, you must analyze the claims made about the food products by the manufacturers. What is the claim? Is it available at reasonable price? Does it agree with what you have learned in this course? The answers to these questions will help you to decide if the product is worth buying and will fit in the regular diet or not. A lot of advertisements aim to reach the children in the audience. It is important for you to share your evaluation of the claims made with the youngsters around you to prevent them being misled. 17.9. Let us some UP. As you have learned, food is an essential part of our life. It is an important topic of your conversation. You read about it in newspapers, magazines, and books. You see and hear a lot of advertisements about foods and drink through television. Some of this information may be valuable, but a lot may not be. A lot of fallacies, notions, or claims are made about water, cereals, oils, fats, and other food products which need to be examined logically in the light of your knowledge. There are convenient notions about obesity. A wide variety of questionable weight reduction regimens are advocated, and most cause a greater loss of money than weight. You need to check the reliability of evidence presented before you accept any claims about foods and food products you select, because it is a question of your health and well-being. 17.10. Glossary. Cholesterol, a sterol found in animal bodies. Crash reducing diets. Drastic reduction in food intake with a view to reducing excess body weight in a very short period. Diuretics, substances which increase the output of urine. Fallacy, misleading argument, delusion, error. Fancy, delusion, unfounded idea. Misinformation, wrong or misleading information. Polyunsaturated fatty acids. Fatty acids which have more than one double bond in the molecule. 17.11. Answers to check your progress exercises. Check your progress. Exercise 1. 1. Misconceptions about water. Times drinking water can help to lose weight. Times drinking water can help put on weight. Times stopping water intake can stop diarrhea. Water is an essential part of the body and is required to digest, absorb, and transport food in the body apart from excretion of waste products. So any misconceptions about water can interfere with our use of food in the body. Check your progress. Exercise 2. 1. Give answer on your own. 2. Fallacies about cereals. Times starchy foods like rice and bread are high in calories. Times rice has more calories than chapati. 3. 8. True B, false C, false. Check your progress. Exercise 3. 8. False B, false C, False. Check your progress. Exercise 4. 1. Aim of advertiser is to promote their food product sales. 2. Times some brand of biscuits are advertised as the food for children. In reality, these biscuits supply mainly calories and no other nutrients required for growth. Times doctors recommended weaning foods. This claim is not true, as the same weaning food can be made at home at far less the cost. 3. No. Check your progress. Exercise 5. 1. Fallacies regarding choice of food. Times that deshi eggs are more nutritious than vilayati eggs. Times that milk should be given in large quantities to 1 to 5 years olds. Check your progress. Exercise 6. 1. If it times is nutritionally balanced. Times is really low in calories. Times provides a variety of well-liked foods. Times helps to develop new eating habits. Times can be followed with appropriate modifications after weight reduction takes place. Times fits into the food budget. Thank you. We will see you in the next video.